Hi, hope everybody's doing well this evening. I am live tonight, Tuesday night live, and I am trying a new product. It's not a new product for me, it is new. It's called Waterslide Paper, and you can make your own transfers with it. And in my tease, I put a little disclaimer. I, of course, didn't follow the directions. I blame that in part on the packaging. So I'll explain when I get to that. But first, I just had to show you something. So if you were with me last week, then you'll remember that I unpacked a bunch of Wish stuff, and one of them was this comb mold. I'm so excited to unmold this. My only fear is that I poured too much material in the mold, because how are these teeth gonna come out? But we'll find out. I'm just unmolding it right now. I poured it like right before, and being that it's warm, it came out quickly. Isn't that cool? Okay, I'm just gonna try something because it's still wet. I'll put this down a little bit, but I'm gonna try cutting in here, in between here, and see if that works, because it's still very a little bit easy to move around because it's just fresh. I know this isn't our subject tonight, but I had to do this because it was just killing me. So I had some amazing casting resin, and I had to make a mold for a customer, so I thought, well, I'm going to try this. Okay, I sliced that, but I still don't know. I probably should work on it a little bit more with a blade in between there, because I don't think I gave enough room for it just by putting the scissors in there. Okay, well, what I'm going to do is experiment with it later and try with the putting less material in the mold. So lessons learned. And, tonight might be a whole lesson altogether. So I also, these are the earring molds that I got last week. And the ones that I tried last week, yay, it does come out with a little hole. Okay. And this one I over poured, but it has a hole. I have to poke a hole through it, but these will be fine. So there's that. And then I might as well unmold this. This is an IOD mold, and I don't think it's ready to come out. So we're going to leave it in there. Okay, so now for the as promised. Oh, I meant to show you. So I never got much farther with the earrings from last week. I think they're really hideously ugly, and I couldn't go on. So that happens every now and then. The garbage is right beside me. Boom, boom. There they go. Okay, so here's what I did. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, so this is the Waterslide paper, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I'm going to show you why I feel that I was misled with directions. We'll find out. So this is what the insides are like, and there's 20 sheets in this package. And I had watched a tutorial from Cece Restyled, and she was the first person that I had ever seen use this. And so she recommended this Kodiak paper. So I ordered it immediately, and of course it sat for a long time till I got around to using it. So tonight's the first night. Since then, I've seen this on Wish, believe it or not. And I didn't buy it because this seemed to be the best deal. Plus, I already had some that I hadn't tried. But so here's the instructions. As you can see, they're in Chinese, or yes, I think that's Chinese. But then on the bottom, there's some instructions. Now, it tells you to spray Spray the gloss oil, transparent auto spray paint sold in paint shop, on the pattern surface uniformly. And dry it by nature or a hair dryer. And then it tells you to cut it and start. So here's one of the things. So let me first go back and tell you that so I printed a couple designs. This is the first one. And my printer is low on colored ink, so it looks kind of orangey on the screen, but it came out pink. So I thought, you know what, this is an experiment anyway. So I will go ahead and print this out, and then I'll come back to this one and explain why it looks kind of crackly. Then there's this one, and I got all of these designs from graphicsfairy.com, Fairy, like a fairy godmother of graphics. There's all kinds of free graphics on this website. There's a premium membership you can do and get even more, but what they have for free is amazing. So these are little ephemera labels. They're French. So I did that, and then this herboriste. So I figured I would try to make a sign out of that. So I thought I had a can of Zinsser sealer, and I still do, but I didn't find it. So the first thing I did, because I sell Dixie Belle and I use it all the time, I used gator hide on here, which is a sealer. So what it did was it put cracks in here, as you can see, and it also smeared the ink. But I did let it dry, and I'm still going to try it, just because I think they kind of make it look a little vintagey. Plus, I'm going to have to touch up the paint anyway, because pumpkins typically aren't pink. So we're going to give that a whirl. And then you'll laugh. What I did was I used hairspray because I didn't have time to stop at Lowe's and get spray shellac. So I used hairspray. And then right before I'm sitting down to go live, I see there's more instructions on the back. And they say spray a clear coat of acrylic crystal clear evenly and uniformly on the print image. Takes 3 to 4 sprays. So I didn't know any of that stuff. So we're going to find out if this works with my lame-o instructions. So the first one I'm going to try, my neighbor gave me all these little pots, and I thought it was really cool. And this is the first time that I am opening them. They've been sitting in my basement, and they're really cute, but I've never seen anything. Oh, well, that's a normal one. What's this? I've never seen this. Is it a seed pot or something? Or is it just a different shape? I don't know. Again, if I know how to read, I just don't do it. I'm sure there's a paper in here somewhere, but okay, I'm going to use the regular pots because I don't know what's up with these. I don't know whether they work with these, and I don't know, but they're cones or something. If anybody knows what they are, feel free to tell me. So I'm going to grab a couple of these here. I'll grab a couple of the regular ones. So there's only 3 of the ones that are weird shaped. I'm glad. Now here's a weird shaped one. And there's another one. Another one. Okay. Okay, maybe those are lids for those. Because there's one in every color in each of them. Again, if you know what they are, just let me know. But these are really pretty. And it does say that you can use these transfers on ceramics, glass, candles, jade, plastic, metal, marble, wood, and more. So I prepared wood for a sign and also a canvas, but we're going to experiment with these first. So I'm cutting apart these little labels, and I have some water here. I will look back at the instructions and see how long you should put it in. I think it's at 30 to 40 seconds. Did I already say that? And I've already forgotten. I am such a rebel, I guess. Okay, I didn't cut that very neatly. But why do I not have high hopes for this anyway? Okay, this tells you to bake it in the oven. I don't think so. Let me see what this says. Clear sealer is required for coating the image. It does tell you to put it in the oven, only for ceramic and oven-safe objects. Okay, we're not doing that. Okay, let me see how long it says. Why should I even bother? 30 to 40 seconds until the image can slide over the base paper. All right, here's my water's over here. I'll put this down and turn you around so you can see the water. And there it is. Curled up immediately. I can't tell if it's can slide off there or not yet. Oh boy. I definitely don't want to slide over my image because I am running the ink. Okay. I'm going to cut another one and let it sit in there a little bit longer, and hopefully it'll just do its own thing. Boy, this is 2 weeks in a row, I think, that I've had an epic fail, but that's okay. We do these mistakes until we get it right. So I hope your week is going well early on. Boy, they fly, don't they? It just seems like weeks just fly. Yeah, I'm going to let that in there and do its own thing, and hopefully it's not going to get, the ink's not going to run on this one. Okay. So far the ink's not running, but I don't want to keep forcing it. At least there's enough room for me to put my fingers on it to separate it. I'm going to try flipping it also. I guess that's the thing, so that the paper gets wet. So I'm going to cut another one out, and I'll put you back down when it's time to get that one out of the pool, as Rachel Ray would say, out of the hot tub. Maybe my water should be warmer. I don't know. They didn't give you any direction of temperature. So you can see why I'm flying blind with this, right? So tomorrow morning, I am going to the Transformation Church, which is the studio for the new show that I'm going to be on once a month for a segment. So tomorrow's my first taping. So I'm going to be talking about mirrors and the new trends in distressed mirrors and how you can get the look for less. So that's my demo. Okay, pulling this one out I touched it there. Nearly the longer they stay in, the ink gets weird, but it's supposed to slide off of this paper, and it doesn't seem to be wanting to slide. I'll put this down. Sorry for my arm. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I'm at least getting some separation. Oh, and I screwed it up. Okay. And I screwed it up. I sure did. Okay, well, there's that. Down the tubes. I have another one in here soaking. I think, I'm guessing that, yes, more of the lacquer should have been used, and maybe not hairspray, but actual acrylic lacquer. See, I thought about it, and I knew hairspray had lacquer in it, which is why I reached for the hairspray. But I think it would have worked, except it needed a couple more coats. But who knew, because I didn't see that until later. Okay, I'm going to stick that one in there too. If I just get one on here, I'll be extremely happy. Where'd you go? So the idea, I guess, and these are clear. So if you put it on there and then slide this off of the paper, which is not happening yet. I can see why you'd want to have it on the object before you slide that out. Yeah, I must need new ink because I'm pretty sure this was supposed to be black ink, and these are like purple writing. See, I'm like a product tester for you. One that pays no attention to the rules. For some of you, that may be right up your alley. But you know what? Sometimes I discover shortcuts this way. Okay. It's starting to peel out. Yeah, there's shortcuts and then there's disasters. And so this is where I get frustrated and want to move on to something else. So I'm not going to, though. I'm going to stick with the course. What I'm going to try, though, is the bigger one on the wood surface. And I might have better luck. But I will. Oh, wait, we have some sliding. Okay. If I can just get that paper out of there. Ooh, it's sliding. It's getting kind of distorted, but at least it's sliding out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a mess. I don't know whether you can see that or not. Because like the ink ran immediately. And I'm sure it's from not having enough of the lacquer. Because it seems like this material is like dissolving. So, I guess that's the distressed look. Okay. I've been doing great lately, right? Okay. So we still have this one in there. And look, the ink is really getting all messed up. Okay. And that one's almost gone. Throwing these guys away. And you know what I can do though is I can try again to put more, I'll say hairspray on there. Okay, so I have a canvas and I have a wood piece there. I think I'm going to try the pumpkin. Yeah, I'll put the pumpkin on the wood piece because it's bigger. Okay, wish me luck. I am going to cut around this because these are supposed to be clear. And just going to cut around the outside edge. This is the herboristery. All right. Say the water slide prayer, okay? I don't know what that is, but here we go. I don't know why I feel better about this one. I feel like I might be able to get a better grip on a different surface. I just feel like that slippery surface wasn't really helping. Flip it over once. And I'm not really counting. What do you think? 30, 40 seconds? All right, I'm going to put this down so you can see. All right, getting the water slide transfer. Oh, gosh, look at this. All the ink's running off. This is thrilling. Okay, it didn't all run off, but some of it did. And literally, I could just see the letters just running off of the off of the transfer. So this isn't all my fault. Would you agree? Yeah, I think it definitely needs more of that sealer so that it's more stable. This layer of the paper is more stable. So there is still an image there, but that top layer just separated from the rest. If I could just get it separated just a little bit, I might be able to slide it off of there. So far, Waterslide paper is a thumbs down for me, but then again, I did not pay enough attention, did I? Oh boy. Just trying to get this paper peeled away. If I can do that, I might be able to save it. Sorry, you guys probably can't see very well, but I don't know what else to do here. It's probably someone messaging me saying, "You suck." But you can type it in here if you're watching. Yeah. Okay. Well, guys, so far we're 0 for 2, right? Actually 0 for 3. Oh, I think I felt some separation there. Yeah. Okay, if I can just get it Wow. Wow. That's not the way it's supposed to work at all. That's lovely, isn't it? What not to do. All right, we got one last one to try. But through the course of this whole thing that I've been doing these Tuesday talk episodes, I usually always follow through and I usually always keep going with it until I get it right. This almost looks like one of those pores. I won't let it go. It does. It looks like one of those pores. A paint pour. Instead, it's just a poor job. That's all it is. Okay. I'm going to cut this one apart. So far, if you're still with me, I hope this is making you feel better about your life. You know what? Life's too short to get upset about stuff, so I don't think this one's going to work out real well. I don't have high hopes, but the difference is on this one, I actually have a sealer on here. So we'll see. Maybe this will be a different one in the hot tub. So they curl up immediately. It probably has some letters from the other image. I didn't change the water or anything. So I have a board here that I've painted in Dixie Belle's burlap. I think I'll go back to pouring resin. Let me see. I'm trying to think. So what did I do last week? Oh, I tried those earrings, and they were really bad because that was an idea I had. But I'm trying to think what material I used in the casting resin. I already threw them away. Oh, hot glue. Oh, that reminds me. So I think that it's perhaps time to have a funeral for my hot glue gun. It's going in there too. The trash is getting really full because it just won't work. So, okay, let's see. I'm going to flip it over a minute, put it back in. Not a minute, obviously, just a couple seconds here. And I think, oh, are you kidding me? Oh, that's the paper from the last one. I thought, geez. Oh, this one's going to slide. Okay, I'm going to hurry up and put this down. Don't miss this. Ooh. We got some sliding action happening. It likes that sealer a lot better. But what happens in your hands is it crumbles. So I want to get this on here, get it straightened out, and then try and grab the paper from underneath. I don't know if this is the proper procedure, but clearly I haven't done well with any of it. Okay, we got one to slide off the paper, and the only difference is the sealer. So obviously hairspray doesn't work. I can see why you need to spray it though, because of what happened whenever I painted over this transfer. So Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. I have one of these sticks. I don't know whether this is going to help matters or not. Okay, so in other news, while I'm doing this, so I have some exciting things coming up. I will tell you, too, I think I already told you that I'm going to be taking over the entire store at 1410 11th Avenue. So that's exciting because I've been sharing a space, and so I'm really super excited, and I'm getting vendors. So that's happening. And I also am doing some other collaborations with some people with videos and stuff. So I have somebody that decorates cakes, and we're going to be working with some paper mache boxes and molds to make some beautiful fake cakes. But she makes real cakes, and I'm sure they're delicious. Haven't had any because of the gluten thing, but okay, this is not good, but we got farther than we did with any of the other ones. So I'll put it up and hold it up. The pumpkin looks oranger, if that's a word, more orangey. So anyway, and the good thing is too, you don't have to flip the image because it came out right. So our takeaways are I'm going to get some actual sealer, and I'm going to spray it a couple times, and then I'm going to try it again. So, got to give things a whirl. This one, even though it looks like a failure, I can almost see those words in there. It's really weird. Okay. Well, the only thing salvageable is this one because I can spray it a couple more times. And then I'm also wondering too, since I sprayed this with hairspray once, that if I come back with that sealer, if it would keep the ink from going, because then I might have a really good result. So make sure you come back next week because I will definitely follow up on this one. So I'm going to put this up here. And let's see. Don't have much else for you, but let's unmold this. So at the beginning, if you just came on, I did some molds. Look at this stuff. Isn't it awesome? Did some molds with dresser tomorrow. I put a mold on that had I had made with modeling material, and I put it on with wood glue. It didn't stay the first time. I re-glued it after I had waxed, so it's really not staying on. So I'm going to use this, and we'll use E6000, and I'll make sure there's no wax on the surface, and we'll get them squared away because I always stand behind my work. Even if it takes me 6 weeks to do it, 6 retries. But you know what? I will tell you this. I feel like my parents were really supportive as far as encouraging me to do things, a lot of times to do things my way. Sewing, my mother would watch me cut out patterns, and she would be like, that's not the way I do it, but I would try stuff, and, sometimes she'd say, well, that Lavon, she has her own way of doing things, but, there were shortcuts, and sometimes they ended up being good ones. Just kind of my own style. So I've got to try another one of these comb molds, if you don't mind. You'll humor me. So, equal parts, and these have markings on them. And were you here the night that I almost caught things on fire because I did not use equal parts? Yeah, directions are good sometimes. Sometimes, I say. All right, close enough. Okay, here's a real little cup. I'm going to mix them up in here. Stick in here. I hope this is enough for this one. So if you can see that, you'll see it gets real white and then it goes back to clear. So typically when you have it back to clear, you're usually good to pour. And it gets warm. When it's hot like this, it really sets up really quickly, which is cool. Okay, so this time, I don't have this on a level surface, but this time I am going to leave those apparently I can't pour and talk. The little I don't know what they're called, teeth, I guess, of the comb exposed so that I get a good mold. I see them all. I'm feeling hopeful. Okay, what shall we do while we wait? We could watch it. I will put it down there in a couple minutes and show you how quickly it'll turn to white, and then you know it's well on its way. I can use this water to rinse my hands off. I have to do my nails tonight since I'm doing the TV thing tomorrow. So I'm disappointed that these sliders didn't work out tonight, but it was just a first try, and to do it on live, I can't expect everything to work out all the time. So I need a new glue gun. So we're talking about the sign at the store and the big outdoor sign. So I have some thoughts, and I think it's going to be pretty cool, but it's going to be big. So I think it's about a 16-foot space that I can fill. And there's city regulations that keep you from filling too much of that. I think you're only allowed 25% of the whole side of the building that you're putting the sign on. But so if they do the 16 feet, or maybe just a little bit shy of that, because I'm looking at some material that's 8 feet wide. So that would be 2 of those lengths. But anyway, I don't want to tell you too much and give it away. But I think it's going to be cool. Alrighty. Of course, I can't just pay someone else to do a sign. I have to do a little DIY. I'm going to put the screen down so you can see how it's turning. Can you see that? It's turning white already. I think that one's going to be a good one. And I'm just excited to decorate these. I got another mold. I don't have it here with me. I got a pen mold. Yes, you heard that right. I ordered the inserts for it too. So I'm pretty sure that you pour a little bit of the casting resin in, and then you probably put the pen insert in and then finish pouring it. That's my guess. Again, we'll find out. Maybe we'll do that live. If I do that in clear, so again, I've used the Easy Cast before, and that was the clear resin, and it turns out really clear. Here's something I did with it. I have this crystal mold. It's not perfect on the one side, but this is one thing. So this takes 48 hours to set up at least. Then there's another one that's a pour-on clear epoxy. I just ordered that, and I have it at my store. I'm going to be working in a customer's home and pouring that on their counters because they have a little bit of a lip on their counters, and it's like a metal edge on the counters, but someone had put like floor tile in there, so they removed that. So we'll be painting inside, painting like stenciling some tile type designs, and then pouring the clear resin on top. So, so that's exciting. Okay, I just want you to see. Now this is still real soft, but I just want you to see how it's turning white. So we've been on 41 minutes, but these have been coming out pretty fast. So I'm going to hope you'll stick with me here for a few more minutes and see if it'll set up. Because I'm encouraged about seeing the teeth in between. So yeah, the earrings that I did. See, I don't know. I have that little grinder tool at the store, which I could go and maybe get those back in, but it'd be easier just to pour it like I did without. But I can see this being a really cool bridal accessory or just everyday accessory. It'd be really cool in the clear, and then put like different stuff in it, the gems and glitter and all that cool stuff. So I'm just trimming away the excess from the one that we poured before. And I should have got it right away because it's really more difficult the more it sets up. And you can either take, now this one, this is a perfect mold, a perfect cast, I guess. It's just nice and flat, and the hole went right through. This one's perfect. This one, I'm going to have to file or sand the edges, and I'm going to have to either drill or take a hot pin and go the rest of the way through that hole. But mainly I'm pretty satisfied. You can see this one is thicker as well. So I think it's really cool that the mold is a 2-in-1, but you really have to watch what you're doing. So okay, this is still soft, but it's definitely setting up. Okay, so Affirm. I bought some rugs for the store, and I bought them through Affirm. Did you ever do that? It allows you to pay for your purchase. You can pick your own terms. It's really pretty cool. So they confirmed my order, and then you can go see what your payments are. Although I was allowed to set them up. So anyway, so there's that. My friend Emily commented on my Facebook tease. She said, "That's pretty cool. It looked." She looked it up. She said she hopes it works out well. So I'll have to tell her not so much the first try, but we're gonna give it another whirl. So I want this to get hard so I can unmold it. It's still pretty soft. Oh, oh, it wants to unmold. Well, I want it to unmold. I still think I need to leave it in a little bit. It's getting there, but it's not quite there. And it's my impatience and lack of following directions that gets me in these jams, right? So I need to just chill out. It's hard for me to be patient. Are you guys impatient? All right, so that's about that. These little pots will be cool, and also, meanwhile, maybe I'll figure out what the scoop is with this. I don't understand. You put it in this way, there's only a little tiny hole. Maybe you do this. There's a little bit bigger hole in these ones. I don't understand. More for me to research. Okay. I am doing it. Nervous. It's still pretty soft, but it will firm up. It needs to set up some more. I don't know if there's any ritualistic songs that I can sing to make it set up or not, but I appreciate you guys putting up with me. Actually, there's only one person watching. I've been watching, so I appreciate you sticking with me. And but I always get a lot of watches on the replay, so it's just fun. I really look forward to Tuesday Talk. I like doing it at home. That's one thing that's cool about it, and it's just something I look forward to. So I'm glad you're with me, and if you're watching on the replay, I'm also glad you're with me. And on Saturday, we'll do part 2 of another Edith Noble inspired dresser. If part 1 is up on the YouTube, if you want to check it out, it would be the last video before this. And I made my decision, and I'm not going to spoil it if you saw it, but I'm just going to be embellishing what I have. So I know I'm being very cryptic, but I have to be. Okay, this feels a little firmer. I'm going to just yank it off like a Band-Aid. It's still a little soft. And I just can't wait to see it. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. I need to lay it flat so that it gets firm, but isn't that cool? I made a comb. I'm so excited. Okay, you know, these were really big when I was a young adult, and I don't know whether this means they're coming back or what, but I'm just excited about this. I can see painting this gold or silver and putting some of those gemstones that I had, those cabochon stones. So I'm pretty excited about this. I can also see doing this in the patina, the rust. So I'll be making some more of these. See, I can do things. All right. Well, thank you so much for tuning in tonight and bearing with me as I had yet another fail. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And take care. Have a good night.